Hey guys, welcome back to Home Built, and it's time to see how this wing turned out. Alright guys, so as you saw last week, I fiberglassed this wing onto the back of the car. So now it's time to unbolt it all and see if I've actually got a solid wing, solid single piece wing. That's really frustrating. Oh, I should have loosened off the bolts while the fiberglass was still gummy, because it looks like the nuts are actually just spinning and yeah, they're not undoing. So now I actually have a wing that's going to be a lot more difficult to get off, and I'm going to have to damage the work that I've done to get it off. Oh, what a pain in the backside. Alright, that was really annoying, but I managed to get it off. Yeah, my captive nuts did not work. And I just got it off, got the socket on the impact driver, put a bit of tension into it, and then just spun it. So they basically just burnt their way through the holes and came out. So I'm going to have to come up with other ways to mount this. I'm probably going to go back to my tried and true favourite, rib nuts. So it's not a big deal. I can mount it, no problems. So these holes I'll just fill in, and overall it actually came out okay. The back edge is stuck quite nicely. The front edge is a little bit loose in spots, but I'm not too concerned about that because I've got to go around and fill these gaps that are around the place. You can see there's some gaps there, and I'm going to go around with some fiberglass body filler and fiberglass fill all those gaps, and then I'll have a nice solid wing. At least the base is nice, it's molded to the car. There are a couple of people concerned about the gap on the side, maybe whistling. I had a look, and the factory wing actually did step up on the sides. So there was a little bit of a gap underneath it on the side slightly. Interesting though that some of the factory wings were actually open on the end, so I think some apparently did have a rubber cover under it. But take these nuts and bolts out and fix up this fiberglass edge, and then I can look at mounting it again. Alright, so you can see what I've done is I've filled in this gap all the way along the edge of this wing with some fiberglass filler, and I tried mounting these nuts again into the holes with fiberglass filler, and I've made sure that I keep the bolts loose so that I can get them out again. That brings me on to over here. I have the 911 has just been chucked underneath this terrible piece of plastic and a tarp, and I really want to protect it a bit better, and Super Cheap hooked me up with a car cover, so I'm going to chuck that on, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better protected than what it is now. That is much neater, and it should actually protect the car. So let's get back to the wing. All right, the wing's looking good. So now I'm going to leave this for a little bit and head back and keep working on the underside of all these panels and see if we can get some epoxy on the inside of the bits today. Okay, so like I did last week, I have to go through and just weld up this second set of holes from the first set of flares I used. I need to patch them up, and there's a little bit here, and there's a crack on the front of the guard. Just need to go around and just do the last little bits of welding before I get on and paint the other side. This is a pain. It's slow and tedious. Somebody obviously glued the door liner on with silicone at some stage, so it's a real pain to get off. That's not what to use. If you want to stick the membrane on the inside of the door, you need to get a non-curing mastic. You can buy it off eBay, local auto parts store, wherever you need to go. That's the stuff to use. Don't use silicone. It's the wrong stuff. Another reason it's good to do the epoxy is it picks up things like, I've already ground this back, but there's a crack here where I welded it, but obviously it didn't hold properly and it's cracked. So that's good to point out. Also over here, where I've joined a piece on, you can sort of see it's cracked just there. It hasn't actually sealed all the way up. Yeah, there's a crack there as well. So I need to go over and just tidy this stuff up. Like you can see these welds here, it's not the greatest, but it stands out a lot more now that it's been primered. So I can grind that back and just give them a couple of little touch-ups, make sure everything's just right. I had to spend a whole lot more time today prepping the inside of those panels than I thought I would need to, and a fair bit of time peeling the tape off the back of this wing really took a lot of time. But it's coming together. It still needs a bit more tidying up to finish it off, but it's getting there. So anyway, I'm out of time for today, so I suppose that means it's time for Fun Facts, and this is Jeff.
Hi guys. Last week we talked about the early years of the Datsuns in the East African Safari Rally. They entered again in 1966 in a pair of Bluebird P411s and finally won their class. And it was another year of terrible weather, had to deal with the mud and the rain again. More amazingly, both cars completed the course. They entered in a field where there were 88 cars and only 9 of those cars actually finished. 1967 saw them enter with a team of Cedrics. These cars were heavier and didn't perform as well as the smaller Bluebirds. They finished in 17th, 20th and 21st place. 1968 was another year of the Magnificent Seven, with only 7 of the 98 cars finishing the race. The Cedrics came in 5th and the all-female team came in 7th.
Alright guys, I actually got a bit of work today considering it was only one day on this car with our new format. Now I've got the day on the Beetle and the day on the Datsun, so more content.
Yellow in honour of the Golf. Well, Volkswagen.
No, yes. I've seen the comments that saying that Mrs. Jeff is going to end up keeping the Beetle and not wanting to sell it. Well,
I really like it.
we'll see how it goes. In any case, that's it for today. I didn't get the paint on the inside of all the panels like I wanted to, but there was a lot more work in doing the preparation on the inside, so that's fine. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly. So, as always, if you want to help the channel out, head down to the description and you can pick up some shirts, hoodies or coffee mugs. And yep, please like and subscribe to Home Built by Jeff, and you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the same place. See you guys.
Yeah, look at some exciting East African Safari Rally facts.
Okay.
Yeah, man. The pressure. Finally. Let me do it again. Nailing it.